I'm Grant Kirkhope. I'm the audio director at Big Huge Games. I'm the audio vision holder, which is a very American phrase. We don't say things like that in England. So I'm the guy that kind of has to have the overview of how I think the game should sound in its entirety, which that involves everything from voiceover to sound effects to music to the whole thing. I kind of come up with that general scope. I applied to BHG because I wasn't really bothered about if it was a big company or a huge successful company or a big name. I wanted to feel that it was a place I could go that felt vibey about what they were doing and it's kind of angst, and a place where I thought I could make a difference or make a contribution. My career to date has been, I've had quite a lot of broad appeal games like Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong and those kind of games. But I've never had to write anything musically, certainly on the scope of this game. You know, it's a very overblown, gigantic world, and I have to make sure that the music and the sound effects match up to that. Sound effect-wise, we've tried to go for that similar overblown feel. This game's got a lot of combat in it. Getting that balance right is difficult. To make sure all the spells and all the hits and all the stuff sound appropriate to the level of intensity you put into the sword swipe or the big spell that you cast and stuff like that. So it's very easy to get lost in it and to try and just make it one step louder, and then if it just blows up, it never works like that. A bad sound design can murder a game, absolutely kill it. If you've got a repetitive noise like a footstep or something like that is absolutely awful, it will drive people mad, and they won't want to play it for that reason. It's a really kind of juggling act to try and get a sound that is obtrusive enough that it's all right, but not too obtrusive that gets on your nerves, all that kind of stuff, that kind of mixing of it all and playing with it and turning it up and down, and it's all about attention to detail and taking little small increments and little steps to build up this kind of big soundscape that works. I think that as time's gone on, the two roles are split more, so you get guys who do just sound design and guys who do just music. And I like to do both. I like to be able to do, because it gives me a break from just composing over and over again or just doing sound design over and over again. I like to get that kind of variety. And it's great fun to do both as well. It makes it much more, go and find 50 fart samples for the farting gorilla. There isn't a farting gorilla in Reckoning, but other games I've done, there probably is a farting gorilla somewhere. I've tried to really take a step up on my own kind of development to try and make myself work harder than I do before, so I've tried to learn an awful lot more to make the boss music and all the music in the game sound bigger than normal. My usual influences usually do end up being Dan Elfman and John Williams and, people like that. That's the kind of people that I aspire to. And I'll probably lean more towards John Williams at the moment. I think John Williams can be easily overlooked because people think, oh, he writes those tunes like E.T. and all that kind of stuff, But if you listen to his music for his fight sequences or anything else, it's tremendous. It's massively chromatic. It's very complicated. It's all over the place. It's not easy to keep up with what he's doing because he's so good at that. But when it comes to the big tune, he's right on the money with it, So I have tried in my own small way to do something like that, and I'd like to think that it sounds a bit different to other people's games. I've tried to be different with our game. It's very dark, there's lots of big sequences that are just complete minor chord after minor chord after minor chord. It doesn't change. There's very little major chordness in a lot of the levels. In one of the particular regions, it's just major chords strung together, major triads, and that's just to make it sound different. I write music very sort of like that, and then like that. I don't go along and sketch it out and then fill it in. I'm kind of very this is 4 bars, and then complete that 4 bars, and then the next 4 bars. I don't know if that's the right way I want to do it. It might be right, I don't know. Every composer's probably going, oh my God, he's terrible. I played in orchestras from the age of 11 on trumpet, so I do know how this sounds. That's why I think when I came to write for orchestra, I didn't find it very difficult. But you never get used to that kind of, the wealth of it. It's such a different sensation. I mean, there's nothing like just having that 85, 90 people sat there, playing your music. It's incredible, I mean, this time, I use like 2 euphoniums extra, 3 trombones, bass trombone, tuba, 3 trumpets, 6 French horns, triple woodwinds, double strings, massive, you know, I just really went for the numbers of people, and you know, you get such a massive, thick sound doing that. We really believe in it a lot. There's a lot of love for the game. Everybody here is all, you know, dedicated to try and make it as best as possibly can. There's no shortcuts. We're trying to just do it all, you know. And we're gonna live and die by it, and that's the way it should be. You know, there's no hedging your bets here. It's absolutely, it's all or nothing. We're trying to marry it all together in this big, fantastic package, and I really think we've done it, you know. I apologise for the Donkey Kong rap. It's officially on video now. I apologise for that piece of music. You know, I didn't think it was that bad at the time. Please forgive me. Please let me off. Somebody, please. That's it.